I got up, believe it or not, at 4 o'clock this morning to set off, while Lisa was still in the pit. There's still water coming out of here. It wasn't coming out of here at 4 o'clock. I had a blockage. I took the pump apart. I smashed my torch up because it wouldn't stay lit. And I got fed up with it all. What it all was, I just had to stick a pipe on the water intake, give a good puff of air, and pop whatever was blocking my strainer. Popped out. Well, there you go. These things are sent to trials. So I'm an hour late coming out of here into Thunderstorm City, apparently. I say Thunderstorm City because that's all that's on the charts at the moment. Everywhere I look, there's just thunderstorms. Yesterday we wanted to come out, but we couldn't get out because the bar were white. Well, we stayed here and it's not white this morning. It's nice for coming out. And we're supposed to have a force 4 on a southerly today, which will do us because we've got a long run to do. Well, there doesn't seem to be any wind whatsoever that I can use at the moment. I've got my sails up in anticipation, so sort of doing a bit of motor sailing to help keep the speed up, but nothing's happening. The sails get a bit baggy, so I take them back down again, but I'm just trying to keep at least 5 knots up through the water, if I can do. It's very grey out and there's a lot of storms around me, and I've tried to capture a couple of them, but wherever you point the camera, the lightning's always the other way, so it never works anyway. And I've left the hood up on the back of the boat, which I seem to do very, very rarely. The only reason I've left it up is because when the storm rains come, there's such a big downpour, I thought, well, it stops them getting into the boat if the doors are open on the back of the wheelhouse anyway. The sea's got an eerie calm on it, that type of calm that you think the calm before the storm even. Lisa's still in bed. That means I'm going to have to make my own tea and check everything else on me Todd, like I've had to put everything away. What a hero I am. But I'm dragging it across the sea, waiting for something to happen. She loves the motion of the swell while she's in bed. It helps keep her asleep, I think. Or she can feel the motion of the sea and thinks I can't be bothered getting up. It's one of the two. I'm not sure which it is. But these lumps are left over from yesterday because there ain't any wind today to produce anything at all at the moment. And I am still waiting for the forecasted force 4 southerly to come in and start pushing me along because I've got a bit of a trek I need to do today. Well, there's a hint of sunshine on the water there. It's grey sunshine, but it's sunshine all the same. So if it gets a little bit better, the day will get a little bit better. All as we need now is a bit of wind to fill in to go along with it. Still motoring, so I'm going to use a fair bit of diesel, I should imagine, along this grey sea. But it's not completely grey. If I start looking round now, there's little bits of blue popping up in the sky. I've got a feeling it's going to be a bit of a long day, dodging storms along the way. But it's got to be done in the swell from yesterday as well. We need a gas bottle. That's desperate. Gas bottle's one of the things that once I need one, I've got to go to somewhere where I know I can get one. And I know I can get one in Kilmore Quay. So I'm going to leave a couple of places out and shove myself along the coast quite a distance until I can get to my gas bottle. I also know I can get fuel top up there. And I also know I can fill the water tanks there. So Kilmore Quay, we're on our way. Right, well, we're starting here in Youghal. And we've got to make our way to here, which is Kilmore Quay. And we're going to pass a couple of anchorages along the way. And one of our favourites, Youghal here, that's a smashing anchorage. And another couple of them around here, around the inlet to Waterford. But the destination that we've got for Kilmore Quay is because of the superb chandlers to supply everything we need there. You wouldn't believe it when we're supposed to have a wind on the beam, we've got it on the nose. But isn't that just typical of everything? But we're still managing our 5 knots over the ground, so at least we'll probably get there before the shop shuts. And because it's Saturday, the shop shuts early. It shuts at 4 o'clock. The very conspicuous Hookhead lighthouse there in the fog, letting you know you've almost got to your destination. But it's grey at this moment in time, but within half an hour, blue starts breaking through everywhere and the sea looks like it's changing completely. You wouldn't believe what 30 minutes can do while you're at sea, although it's not provided us with the wind that we were promised all day to sail here, but that's because thunderstorms sometimes just block the wind because the clouds sit so low down. A little bit back, we had a plastic bag around the prop. I thought it was a lobster pot at first, so my heart sunk, but it was only a plastic bag, so we soon cleared that and we were on our way again. You can still see the low-lying thunderstorms all around us, but we're in a hole in the middle of it. And we can now see the salty islands coming up in front of us, which means once you can see them, Kilmore Quay must be approaching rather rapidly, which is good. I've had the hood up over the cockpit all the way, but now I've taken it down because the weather's starting to look really nice. As we're at the Salties, we get a welcoming call from a boat called Yasmin, welcoming us back to Kilmore Quay, with a kind offer of a photo shoot if we needed it. This is Yasmin, GoPro in hand, ready for us to do a photo shoot, but we're too concerned about getting in, and unfortunately we turned down his kind offer, which I regret later and should have taken it up. But there you go, life's full of those things. Only seconds later and the skies open up, and where they came from, God only knows. And I thought, this is typical. I've had the cockpit cover up all day, and the minute you put her away, the rain comes and gets you. Well, if you look over there, they're the leading marks. They're not what you need to keep in a straight line to bring the boat in, to stay in safe water. There's a nice close-up of them, one post in front of the other. Keep them lined up and you keep safe. This shot's courtesy of Lisa on the way in. And if you notice quickly then, there was a dinghy on the Drascombe mooring, means that the Drascombe's gone out for a little sail. Well, this is what the harbour entrance looks like as you come round to it. One great big concrete wall and another great big concrete wall, and you slip in the gap in the middle, and there's nearly always a boat halfway in it for you to go round. The harbour master here likes you to get inside and then give you your berth location most of the time. And when you get inside, you've got all the comfort and time in the world just going round in circles in the middle of the harbour to put your fenders on and your lines so it can be done at a leisurely pace. Great friendly place this. When I got up the road, it had stopped raining and the road was steaming. It was that hot. It was just boiling on the surface. This is a go-to track for the day, not quite like me. Langoustine for our tea, which we shared with Aslan, courtesy of Nick, the harbour master here, who caught them himself and supplied them free. So for that, Nick, thank you very much. And we love your harbour and we love your langoustine, and we'll be back at some point to say hello again. Till then, or till next time, bon voyage.